All right, once again, everybody, welcome to the Market Outlook and Stocks to Watch today, right now, live with Fred Tam right here and together with me, as in Constantine in the studio. Once again, good evening, everyone. So before we go through that, we want to check first before we get started right here for all those who just joined our webinar jam right here. Can you hear our voice? Can you see us right now? And the great thing is, if those who can watch and see us right now, tell where are you listening us live right now. And once again, good evening right
Good
here to
evening.
Mr. Fred Tam right here. We're so excited to see you again, Mr. Fred. Okay, so right now, let's see right here. Michelle Wong say yes, loud and clear. Herbert say loud and clear. Mohammad Sharif say yes. Yip is listening from Kota Kinabalu. Who else right here? Okay, so it's good and
Andrea.
great. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Michael Chia as well. Uni Rama, Jason from Johor Bahru, Chi Kyong from Singapore. Loud and clear from Singapore, Mr. Fred. Okay, so once again, everybody, good
Good
evening
evening.
and welcome right here on the Market Outlook and Stocks to Watch. We are so excited because Mr. Fred have a lot of fantastic information to share with all of you. I know you guys excited just like I do right now. So before we go through that, we're gonna go through announcement right here first before we go through the market outlook and stocks to watch. So we want to share with you about the announcement right here that we have. So this first special announcement right here, okay, that we want to announce to everyone. For those who staying in Kota Kinabalu right here, those who stay nearby Kota Kinabalu right here, we have a special announcement for you. On the 27th to 29 January this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we are going to have the 3 days course, F1 Total Stocks Trading course. For those who want to join this 3 days course, the seat is getting limited right now. You gotta quickly call Miss Amy at 013-262-1218, and you can call Miss Cherry as well at 017-258-7783. And the next announcement right here, we want to share with you, Kuching people. For those who are staying in Kuching and the nearby area, our mentor Fred Tam will be there at the Imperial International Kuching Sarawak is going to happen on the 10th of February, another 2 weeks from now. So all Kuching people, do go and join right here. The Malaysian Roadshow 2018 stock market is going to happen in Imperial International Hotel, 9 in the morning until 1 p.m. It's 4 hours. So for those who join this program, what you're going to learn throughout this program right here in Kuching, number one, money master the game. Number two, you will learn the 6 basic steps on how rich people save money and invest. Number three, build your money machine. Number four, right here, how to get started in stock market. So for those who newbie, this program is perfectly for you. I will teach a lot of things right there. Number five, for all intermediate trader and investor, you don't want to miss out the market outlook and stocks to watch during that day. And number six, what is the secret of picking winning stock by Sifu Fred Tam? So we like to encourage you to join this course. Actually, the value that we give you is very powerful. Usually we charge this program about 1,999 ringgit, but this program right here, you can join us at the price of 50 ringgit only. All right, so for those who want to grab, we'll send you more link right after this. So that is announcement for those who want to join the introductory course in Kuching Sarawak. And for those who sign up today, we will share with you how to get your bonus that would 1,888 ringgit. All right, guys, now we're just about to get started. For those who just joining us right now, once again, good evening and welcome right here to the Market Outlook. Bursa Malaysia right here today, 23rd January. The gainers today is very interesting. 649 counters is going up. Meanwhile, the losers counter is only 357. Turnover today is very healthy 3 billion, and make today KLCI jump 4.89 and make our local index at 138.04. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome Market Outlook and Stocks to Watch, Sifu Fred Tam.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much, Izon, for introducing me. How are you guys today?
Mm-hmm.
Did you all make some money from the markets? If you do, well, you might like to key in and share with us.
Yep.
Those of you who made some money trading in today's market, kindly let us know. We would like to hear from you. But from the telegram that I see this whole afternoon, I believe you guys are a happy lot. Yeah.
All right. So for those
Yeah.
who are, making good money, just share with us right there on the chat box. Ready? We are Sifu Fred Tan would like to know that. Oh, Herbert
top
said
glove,
good. Top glove. All right.
Herbert, you did very well. I knew that. Yes.
All right.
Lei Chiang, you got DRB Highcom, and so many others. George Ken starting to move and so on. So there really is a lot of good news today. A lot of good news. So let's start with market breadth first. Yeah, market breadth is actually the number of winners against losers. Let's start with 9 o'clock. So at 9:15, the first statistic came out at 266 gainers and 102 losers. Okay, so it was very cautious start this morning, and by 10:30, we had already 438 winners and 255 losers. So it already doubled by 10:30. But by 12:30 noon closing, it's 514. I mean, I have actually rarely seen this kind of strong market breadth. So there must have been some good news. So what are the good news, you might ask? So we'll discuss a little bit these few good news that we believe is pushing the market up. So by 3:45, by 5, let's just cut it quick, it's 649 up and 357 down. So in terms of the market's sentiment today is very bullish. And that's the first good news that we have, because with this guy, tomorrow we can expect this good news or rather to push the market further in the morning. And what are the other good news? Let's look at the global market's performance today. Yeah.
Okay, hold
The
on.
global market.
Hold on. We try to come up with the screen first. Yeah, hold on. Okay, guys, we have a little technical glitch right here. So our every media, hold on, guys. So we try
Sounds
to project.
softer than usual.
Yeah, we try to project it first. Hold on, guys. Okay. Okay, so hold on, guys. We try to project the screen so that you guys can see. Okay. Okay. So, guys, shortly we'll try to fix this one first. Hold on, guys. All right. So, for those who are still with us right now, we just want to make sure that you guys can see our screen. Okay. Okay, guys, can you see our screen right now? Just want to check with you. Some of you say that you cannot see any screen.
Leroy.
Right now. Yep.
Device.
Okay, let us check with you guys again. Let us check again. Let's see. All right, there you go. Okay. We got our screen back already. It's good. Okay. All right, guys, can you see the screen right now? The global stocks market today. Let me check with you guys right here. Guys, can you see the screen right now? Global stock market today. You guys can see that. Yeah. All right, that's great. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Fred. Go ahead.
Yeah, and can you hear me? Can you hear me loud and clear? Okay. Now, just as I was saying, let's look into the global markets today now. Based on yesterday's close, the Dow Jones actually went and hit record high, 26,114, 142 points up. And then the S&P actually was also up 22 points, and the Nasdaq was up 71 points to 7408. All these three American indices closed record high. Now, mind you, yesterday, or was it Sunday, we were also worried that come Monday, the market will come down because of the shutdown in the U.S. federal government. Okay, and then I was reassuring our students here at the PCFTA course that not to worry, you let Mr. Market decide where he wants to go. So let's not jump the gun and think that it's going to be bearish. And guess what happened yesterday? Well, Sunday night, Donald Trump managed to solve the problem, and he got it all fixed, and the Democrats agreed to allow the Republicans to spend another sum of the money again to reopen the government. So look, everything was fine this morning, and our market just shot up. Okay, and that's the good news. So now, today, the whole of the Asian markets were up. Starting with the KLCI, as you can see from the global stock market screen here, 1838, we are up 4 points. The Straits Times Singapore is up 22 points. Hong Kong is up. Nikkei is up. Taiwan is up. Thailand is up. Manila is up. Jakarta is up. Bombay is up, Korea is up, Australia is up, and then right now FTSE, which is London, is trading at a gain of 22 points, and DAX, which is the German DAX, was at is trading at 170 points higher, and the France CAC trading at 5.9. So you can see that the global markets are all up. And what's the reason? It's all started in the US. And this is what happened in the US. Okay, while we were sleeping, both the Republicans and the Democrats, they had a discussion, okay, about how to mend the problem, and there you are. So this is the result. Trump is signing the funding bill to end the shutdown, and immigration debates continue, no doubt, but the Senate has passed a bill of 100 and, hold on a sec, yeah? Hold on a sec. I'm trying to clear this. I couldn't even see that. The Senate, yeah, hold on a sec, please. Okay. Yeah, that over here. The Senate passed the bill by 81 to 40, by 18 margin on Monday afternoon, and then the House of Representatives also passed it with 266 to 150. So all is well on the global front. What about the Malaysian front? There's another good news, and that is our Malaysian Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Razak opened the Invest Malaysia 2018 today in Kuala Lumpur. Now, in this conference, okay, he was the keynote speaker, and he spoke a lot about Malaysia and about his plans for Malaysia and the investments that are coming in as a result of his efforts and so on and so forth. I mean, he dwelled at length. Did it hold water or not? I mean, some of us say, yes, they have differences with him, but look at the market. How did Mr. Market react to what he said? And that is important. And the market went up by 4.89 points. And when I looked into the individual stocks, I see blue chips starting to move up one after another.
Yep.
You know, blue chips that like George Ken, they were like sideways, and then now up DRB Highcom. So, and I said, well, look, Prime Minister will be saying something that the fund managers like to hear. And they are voting, okay, in the market, okay, by putting in the orders to buy, not to sell. So that's the fantastic news we had, right, in Malaysia. What other news do we have? The other good news is that the ringgit is very strong.
Yes.
I mean, it's the strongest in 2 years. I mean,
Exactly.
it's below four ringgit. Okay, so I like to go to Singapore more. I can afford to spend a bit. All right, then ringgit is very strong, right? 3.92, okay, and crude oil is also very bullish. It's trading at $63.85 per barrel right now, and we expect it to go to 76. So now, so all these factors, bullish factors, had as a result, caused our stocks to rally. So to answer the question, where do you think the KLCI is heading? I think you know better than me. Whether the KLCI is going to be up or down. With all these good news, right? And so it has to be on the way up. So, and this month is January. So January, there is another effect, calendar effect that comes into play. We call it January effect. After I share with you how this January effect may help us out in terms of giving us more confidence to buy. So in short, our view is that the KLCI is technically bullish. It's bullish. When did it start being bullish? In fact, it started being bullish not today. Actually, it started its bullishness on the 12th of December last year. 12th of December last year, as you can see from this chart, it already got out of its downtrend channel. And at that point, the CI was 1729. 1729, TAD triggered a buy, okay, and our market already make a U-turn. So then it's at 1729. Right now, it's at 1838 on the composite index. So it is already up 100 over points, on which is 6%. Okay, just within a month only, and that is fantastic. Now it also CI is now above the 50 and the 100 and the 200 moving averages, as you can see over here. And if price is above the averages, it means it's bullish. So that's another sign of bullishness. Another sign of bullishness is that of a pennant or a little triangle, okay, that happened about 2 weeks ago. And today at 38, it actually broke out of that pattern. And we call it a pennant breakout. Pennant is a continuation pattern. So we would expect that the CI, Composite Index, tomorrow and the week ahead should continue to be bullish. Yeah. So that is the technical view, our technical view. So for the month of January alone, it already up by 2.06. Since December the 12th, it is already up by 6%. And that is great because there are months, January months that actually fall. And the first day of trading is very important here. And I like to just say a little bit about the first day of trading. And there is a saying in the market that if the first day end in a loss, the whole year will be bad. But if the first day end with a profit, up day, then the whole year expected to be a good year. This is the market saying. So just sharing with you all only. Okay. So some of you have asked me also, so what's the chance of January continue to be up, already up so much, 6.2%? So can it go further? So I like to share with you some statistics as regards what we call the January effect. Now, what is the January effect? The January effect is a calendar, okay, anomaly, whereby if you buy some stocks in December and then you sell at the end of January, you are very likely to make money because January is almost always to be a bullish month, okay? Because why? Fund managers, okay, they like to buy in December, right? And then later on in January, they sell it off. Now, so let's now look at a chart. I have this 18-year-old chart, which is from 2000 to 2017. As you can see from here, every January I plotted and see which January, if it is up, it will be, okay, all the Januaries are in blue. So if they are above zero, that means that they are positive for that month. So we start the year 2000. Okay, January is a positive month for year 2000. It was positive for 2001. It is positive month for 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006. Mind you, 6 consecutive years. If you bought stocks, CI stocks in December, and you sell it at the end of January, you will make money. That is what this graph is saying. That is what this static is telling us. Right? So what about 2007? Still make money. You in fact make quite a lot of money, about 8% gain. So far we are 2% gain only. So there probably could be more to go for CI stocks. Now, but starting from 2008 and 2009, okay, 2009 is also up. So I'm looking at all the up one first. So 011 is up, 015 is up, 017 is up. Now, so out of these 18 years, a total of 12 years have their January month up positive. That is equivalent to 66%. So you do a calculation for you in terms of the probability of January being a good month. What is the percentage? Will be 12 divided by 18, will be 66%. So you've got more than an even chance that if you buy in January month, okay, you should be making money by the end of January month.
Yeah.
Right? So that is an important observation, isn't it? So I hope that this statistic you will find it useful in decision making. Now, this is CI. Some of you, and many of you, I know, trade small cap stocks. And in small cap stock, you cannot use the CI, Composite Index, in order to compare, okay, your small cap stocks. So you need a small cap index. So I have a small cap index here with me. Now, let's see where the small cap index changed its trend from bearish to bullish. And the answer is on the 27th of December last year. Okay, about 14 days later after the CI, then the small cap index turned up. Well, at 1957. Right now, it went way up, but too fast. And so the last 2 weeks, you have witnessed a sell down. And some of you unfortunately went in at the wrong timing, like the UMW oil and gas, and you got it at the top Heng Yuan. That's around that time. So, but this pullback is only a pullback. It is not a trend change because the uptrend is still there. So now, how do we technically confirm that the trend is still okay. All right. So we bought at 16957, which is triggered by a TAD buy. Right. Then right now, even as at today's close, it is the index, small cap index is above the 50, 100 and the 200-day moving averages, which is good. Now the whole thing, the drop for the last 2 weeks is called a flag. And today it make a U-turn. Today it make a U-turn and it actually closed above the bullish zone. See this index just closed above the blue zone, confirming bullishness. And so the small caps are back in the run again, back in the run again. So it is our view, technical view, that January is bullish, yeah, and which confirms the statistics that I just shown you. So in a bullish stock market, which stock to buy, I'm going to address after this as to which are the stocks to pick. Okay, but from this index, you can see that the small caps are also running. I also have a statistic regarding the January effect for small caps. So let's look at this statistic. Here is a chart, okay, or a histogram, okay, comparing every January for the last maybe 8 years.
10 years.
8 years,
7, yep.
1, 2, 11 years. 11 years.
11 years.
Okay,
yes.
we started 2007. The January is up. 2009, January is up. 2010, January is up. 2011 up. 2012 up. 2014 up. Although you cannot see, but it is up. A little bit up. 2015 up and 2017 up. What can we say about this? Okay, is that out of these 11 years, 8 of these years, January is an up month. That's what it's saying. And that, if it computes to a percentage of 72.7, even better than the blue chips.
Yeah.
The blue chip is 66%. So,
Okay.
in other words, the chances of our lower liners, okay, that you are buying or you have, okay, ending higher at the end of the month compared with the beginning of the month is 72% chance. Okay, so that makes, like, if you want to put in some money to invest, you can do it, okay, with a bit of satisfaction, knowing that statistically speaking, okay, then the percentage chance of the small cap ending higher at the end of January is 72%. That's basically what this statistic is telling us. Okay, so let's now look at the individual stocks. Since we argue, okay, that the market is bullish, and today you see all green color, very nice, then which one to buy? That is a $1 million question, isn't it? So those of you who are our members, right, who had our TAT systems, and you're following our Telegram, you obviously know how we arrive at which stocks to buy. Now, for the benefit of those of you who just joined us today and who are new, who are not our member yet, this might be a problem. It's because there are so many stocks going up, you don't know which one to choose. And that's where we come in, and I would like to share this with you, our software, which is called TAD. Okay, this is it. Okay, and this template writes on a share investor station, and then what we do is that we just got to click, okay, on the button to scan through all the 1,700 stocks and warrants in our market, and immediately what comes out is a list of stocks to buy. So making analysis very, very simple nowadays because of technology. And the technology is the software from Share Investor Station with our template in it, especially embedded into it. And so now I've already done a scan before the show. So I'm going to show you the result of the scan now, right? So which are the stocks that are going to go up tomorrow? And momentum stocks are the ones that we like to concentrate on. And it is called the BOB stocks, also known as buy on breakout stocks. There are two ways to buy if the stock is in an uptrend, and that is a buy on a breakout or buy on a pullback if it is already too high. So after I show you some of the stocks on breakout, some of the stocks on pullback. Okay, so that you have a choice which one that you like to go in. So let's start with the BOB or a momentum stock, which is
Alright.
good for tomorrow because I scan it after the market close, and so it'll be good for tomorrow. And here are the list of stocks that have momentum buy. Momentum means they have power behind it. That means the buyers are controlling the market compared to the sellers, and they are very strong. So the closing is very firm. So they are called momentum stocks. Let's start with the sector first. So immediately, our share investor, Ted Screener, could screen construction as the sector to play. Construction is a sector that the fund managers are now going in. How do we know? The charts are telling us. How do we know? The TAD trading system, okay, is telling us. And the other sector that the funds are actually trading in or buying now are the finance sector stocks. Hence, the reason why in our scan, even after this, you see many construction and finance stocks, okay, because it is shown up in on the screen. So the first stock, okay, of the day is, which has a momentum, is DRB Highcom. Okay, DRB Highcom. Those of you who have bought this, okay, will be 2 weeks ago there was already some signs of it being pushed up, and today yet again DRB is being pushed up again. So I'll be showing you the chart of a DRB after this. So we'll go through the list of stocks that has got buy signals. After that, you see Supermax C34, DRB Highcom C45. These C's or call warrants, we are not concentrating on. We just want to concentrate on the mother share now only. So which is the next mother share? Gamuda, that is breaking out, which is a construction stock. All right, they do the MRTs a lot, and then with IJM as well. All right. So what about the next one? The next one is Maybank. Maybank is a finance stock. So after I show you a graph of Maybank and why that the software is managed to pick this as a buy stock for tomorrow. Genting is another one. Yes, Genting is in gaming. Okay, so it's not in construction. It is not in finance. Okay, so it is from other sectors. And this is the beauty about our TED system, is that when they scan, we scan stocks that are strong, regardless if they come from a weak sector. Even in a weak sector, you get strong stocks. But you might have a strong sector, okay, but you have weak stocks within a strong sector. So we will not pick that. So there are some finance stocks that are still quite low, and like BIMB or what, KUB, you don't see them moving, but they are finance stocks. So even though that sector is strong, I wouldn't buy those stocks, for example. They must be in an uptrend. So that's basically the philosophy behind our technique. So after Genting is Top Glove. Wow, this is a rubber stock. There you go. Rubber is not a construction. It is also not a finance stock, but it is a strong stock. So therefore, we call a technical buy. And those of you who bought the Top Glove, the core warrants, you're already laughing now, even as I speak to you. All right. But besides Top Glove, there is actually another one called, starts with a H. Yeah. Har something. So that is also another good stock. Harta. Okay. So let's go down. The next one is IJM. So IJM, okay, is a construction stock. Okay. Now, second page. I'm seeing Harta now. There you go. So Harta is another stock, okay, like Top Glove, okay, in the same sector that has already broken out and therefore is a momentum buy. And those of you who find the Harta is too expensive at 11.90 might like to look at the core warrants. The core warrants are cheaper at 67 cents. For example, this is Harta C1. But our suggestion is, after I show you, if we have time, C or is rather in there is C3 and C5 that we are also picking up. All right, so that's the hard. But I might like to add that those of you who trade warrants, you got to trade at your own risk. Be careful because it's a very volatile instrument. And if not careful and you overtrade, you can tend to lose a lot of money. So be forewarned about these warrants. All right, the next one is JHM.
Yeah.
There you go. JHM went sideways for about 4 or 5 months. Whoa! And then yesterday it triggered a buy, and today it triggered a further buy. So it's a very timely buy.
Yeah.
Okay, it's doing a symmetrical triangle breakout, and the target, if I'm not wrong, is pretty high. Actually, 380, and then 4 something. Afterwards, we'll pull out that chart. Yeah, we would like to. The battery is running a bit low here. Okay, right. Let's continue. GCAN, George Can is a construction stock. It just broke out today, so this is a fantastic stock to be in. Okay, GCAN. All right, so let's look at the graph. Look the chart. So once after we have identified what stocks to buy, we right click it and a chart like this comes out. And then the chart will tell us why is it called a momentum stock, because it has a T, A, and a D. The turtle, the atom, and the duck arrow. The 3 arrows actually came out, and it's the classical chart pattern is that of a flag, and it's just doing a flag breakout. No doubt today's range is pretty high, so you might have the smart money, the fund managers taking a rest tomorrow, but if you hold it long enough, the target should be at least 325. Now, it is an estimate, but an estimate based on technical analysis, and the flag being the midpoint of a total move. So we are at the halfway point of a total run, and that's how we're able to measure the estimated target of between 325 and 330 on DRB HighCom. And those of you, some of them have also asked us, what about the DRB C37 and so on? Yeah, we could check it out for you. But mind you, that is used, the target is arrived at using a very complex way of calculation, okay, and not just simple charting. So we'll come to that, and we'll teach you that when you do enroll in our course. Now that target is for DRB HighCom is 325 to 330. Next one is Gamuda. Why did we call a buy on Gamuda? Again, because the TAD triggered a buy signal. There are 3 arrows pointing up. And the price that the TAD caught Gamuda at is 22nd of December. Not today. Today is already the 4th time that the TAD triggered a buy. See, it's 1 arrow, 2 arrow, 3 arrow, 4 arrow. 4th arrow. The first arrow came at 199 for Gamuda. Gamuda is now at 5 ringgit 26. So can you see how timely it is? The technical and signals give us a buy call. Next, Maybank, and as you can see, okay, it is also have done a rounding bottom. So these are all bullish reversal patterns, and it broke through an old high of 986, and so it because it is a breakout, therefore it is expected to continue its run. So Maybank, although very slow, but you never know, it can turn out to be a fast stock when it wants to rally. So take note of this. And if 10 ringgit is too much, then you might want to consider the warrant. Let's look at, okay, and where did the TAD call a buy? On the 14th of December. You notice, okay, the CI turned on the 12th of December, and Maybank turned on the 14th of December. So that's about right, right? That's about the right. Then if you don't have a chart, you never knew that our market have turned around. In fact, I was talking to someone the other day, and they say, what, are you sure there's a bull run? Oh, I thought the economy is very bad. You know, people are out of work, and, you know, inflation is getting... I say, yeah, that's the economy. But the stocks are saying that it's going the other way. Which one do we believe? We are playing stocks. So we believe in the stocks trend, not the economic trend. Economic trend can be down, but our stocks can be up, and vice versa. So so the target for Maybank being 1030 and 1060, okay, for a start. So I will next, Genting. Genting is a stock that we have actually also picked up, and this system picked up quite a while ago. In fact, on the January the 2nd of January this year, we call a buy on Genting. It's 931, and right now Genting is 982. So can it still go further? Well, if it breaks out of 990, which is the resistance, It has an old high at 990. So if it breaks to 990, 991, 992, 993, then it's expected to go up to the 11 ringgit level for a 1:1. So this is a great stock. It is all these are index stocks, by the way, or index linked stocks. And so they are pretty good in terms of the FA, fundamental, and technically they are a buy. And the target is around the 11 ringgit level. And then, of course, IJM. Now, IJM, you look at this chart. From May last year all the way down, from 350, it dropped to 270. Cannot buy one, this stock. But then, did you realize that this stock has now changed? It's turned the corner and has turned bullish. How do we know it has turned bullish? Three arrows pointing up, green color arrows. If you see them, they are called turtle arrow, atom arrow, and the dark arrow. So I'm now pointing to the turtle arrow. Do you see? This is the first buy arrow that came out today. And the atom also came up today, and the dark also came out today. What do they call this? Something like
golden catch.
Golden catch.
Baby
so look, IGM is in a baby bull stage.
Yeah.
Baby bull stage. So based on technical analysis, okay, this is a technical buy signal. What is the target? The old high. What is the price? 360. 360. So what is it now today? It's only, what, 310? So we're talking about 50 cents to go. So you do some calculation yourself, okay, whether it's worth going in or not. IJM triggered a buy just only today. All right, Harta. We're talking about rubber stocks, okay? Besides the Top Glove is Harta. The first buy signal in Harta came on the 12th of October last year, okay, at 748. Right now, Harta is at 1158, or no, more than that, 1190. I already hit my first target of 1180. And you know what? The next target is 1270. 1270 is about 90 cents away, right? And if it hit, my goodness, you got a C3 and C5, you make money. All right. And this is obviously, this is in an uptrend.
Harta is giving bonus issue.
No wonder. So Mr. Yip says that the reason why Harta is going up is because of a bonus issue. But you see, I never knew that. Okay, as a chartist, I merely look at day prices, and if the price is making a higher high and a high low, that means there's more demand than supply, rather than compared to supply more than the demand. And when demand is more than supply, price will rise. So when price rises, we know that the demand is more than supply, and therefore the fundamentals must be strong. And in this case, it is a bonus issue. So we don't really need to know the reasons, but if you do give us the reasons, then it's, give us a bit more satisfaction, that's all. But we are already in it, okay? And the target is 1270. So next stop. Now, for those who might say that it's $10 is expensive share, then you're talking about pricing and percentage terms, then a C3 here, okay? If it hits 1270, then C3, the call warrant should hit about 74 cents. And double check on our most current warrants to watch list, which we have a list which we send to all our members every night. So this is a couple of days ago, but I believe that the target is still around the same. So C5, the target will be 51 cents, okay? If the Mara hits 1270. Top Glove, that's another rubber gloves company. It's like Harta Legam. So TAD buy on the 19th of December at 748. Already triggered a buy, as you can see here, Teatral, Atom, and Dux. And it has triggered another buy here, another buy here. This is the third time that it has triggered a buy. And those are the two targets, 1070 and 1160. Still a bit way to go. There is still some potential there. And so should be a stock to monitor. Now the C24, okay, for your information, if it hits 1070, will be 56. If you want a higher price, then you have to consult us, and then we will do some calculations for you to give you what is the next higher price. Okay, but if it hits 1070, the mother, that warrant should hit 56 cents. Okay then. Let's see if there's any
Yeah, we have a question right here.
Oh, yes.
Fred. Pete say, how come export stocks go up if ringgit strengthening? Yeah, glove is
Yeah,
export stocks. Yeah.
there you go. Export stocks actually will go up when the ringgit is weakening,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it is strengthening, so it doesn't defy law. It defies logic. It's probably because of the demand for the gloves that causes it to go up. But export stocks, okay, actually went down because the ringgit strengthened. What are they? They are the rubber boards, the fiber board stocks. They all went down. So it's consistent.
Mm-hmm.
You get Hevia coming down, Mako coming down, and Evergreen coming down. And they are quite consistent, right? Because they are export stocks. They should go up when the ringgit is weakened. So now that the ringgit is strengthened, so they are coming down. So that's quite consistent. But this is dazzling.
Yeah.
Why the rubber stocks are going up? So there must be factors.
Demand.
Correct,
is
demand, for
increased
example, because
for rubbers.
there are many factors, okay, that can affect a price of the share. So you're only looking at it from the angle of the ringgit strength. Demand is a very important factor.
Yip say the same thing. Increased demand for glove globally.
There you go.
And there's a saying also that whether the rubber price is going to be increased. So there's a few factors that we're actually watching on the rubber glove industry. But anyway, we're proud to say that Malaysia actually exporting the world #1 glove right now in the world, which is Top Glove. So what we do right now is we follow what the Mr. Market say. If it go up, we buy. As
Correct.
simple as that.
Because we are chartists, so we don't need to look at the factors behind why rubber prices are going up. That will be under the domain of fundamental analysis. And when you go into fundamental analysis to determine the factors that affect rubber prices, then it'll be a whole lot of work. And yet you may not be able to find some actual reasons why the rubber is going up, okay, and the rubber gloves are going up. So what we chartists do is merely just to look at the price itself, and if the price keeps making a higher high, the demand for rubber gloves must be more than the supply, and therefore we will buy. Same with so many other stocks in other sectors. Okay, all right.
Okay. Next one, JHM.
JHM. Now this one I was saying to you earlier, it
Yeah.
broke yesterday. There you see. Today is the second arrow, but because it is not a long range candle, it's just broken out. So I would say that this is has got a huge, big potential of a steep decline. Because why? In technical analysis, if a stock has consolidated, the longer they consolidated, okay, once they break out, the higher they go, the more power it packs. So in this example, in JHM, they actually consolidated since September last year. So we're talking about 4 months, 5 months they are consolidating. Okay, and so now they are breaking out. It's like a tiger being let out of a cage. Oh, they'll eat anything along the way, right? So this is one of them. I would say JHM, fundamentally a very good stock, and technically now is a buy. And the target is 380 and to 442. So conservative is 380, 3 ringgit 80 cents. JHM. All right, and then the other one is being George Ken.
Yeah,
And George Ken, look at George Ken. You see this consolidation of 4 months from April to September. They went sideways, and just when everybody is so fed up of that share because they went sideways and they dumped, it started to break out. And the TAD triggered a buy signal here, triggered another buy signal here. Okay, and triggered so many buy signals along the way. And today, it also triggered a buy signal. Don't forget, it went sideways for the last 14 days. And just when everybody is fed up of this stock and they start to dump, it starts to move. So that's why it pays to be patient and to understand that this pattern is a consolidation pattern, but a continuation pattern. And this is one is called a ascending triangle or a pennant, depending on what time frame you're talking about. So the next target is 405 and 435. Yeah, okay, for a start. So a fantastic construction stock.
We have a comment on viewers right here. Say, I am happy. Yip say, I'm happy with GCAN, which I bought into it for long term since February last year at 2 ringgit 30 cents. So she have almost
Yeah.
100% here. Here, most 100% return right here.
Right, but Mr. Yip, next time you must remember to know how to sell. You know how to buy, but you don't know how to sell. You end up keeping it for so long term. All right. So when there is a sell signal, then you should sell. And if you are not our member yet, then do think of learning technical analysis from us. Any other school doesn't matter, because when it comes to timing, it is purely technical. Okay, there's a time to buy, but there's also a time to sell. And look at the Hevia boards, for example. Look at Hevia. Look at Mako. Look at Evergreen, for example.
Fiberboard.
They were good. They were darlings of 2015
Oh, yeah.
rally.
Yes.
But they are no longer. So there's a time when you want them, and there's a time when you dump them.
Some of them say you cannot fall in love with your stocks more than
correct.
3 times, more than 4 times. But it's time for us to let it go. We have to let it go. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead, Mr. Fred. Again, right
right.
after GCAN, what else we have here?
Okay, then we're gonna buy on deep stocks. Yeah. So those stocks that actually already went up so high, you cannot be chasing them.
Yeah.
So you want them to pull back. So a certain distance before you go in to buy.
My
So
favorite.
yeah, you like it very much. You
I
call
love it. Yeah.
South from the bottom.
Yes.
SAUK, South. I learned this from Izon, right? Where you buy on dips.
Yeah.
Okay.
Buy on the discount. I love it. Yeah.
So this you can do it in line with this principle of using this principle of resistance and support. Now let me read. In an uptrend, resistance levels that have been broken by a significant margin like this, a resistance that is broken by a significant margin, when they pull back, it becomes support. It becomes support. So notice that once resistance at point 1 is exceeded to the upside, and then it will provide support at point 4. So if sometimes after going up, you forgot to sell and it comes down, don't panic, you look for it to be supported at the previous resistance. So point 4 is where you buy. So let's apply this to some of the stocks, shall we? So this is a horizontal blue zone line, which we use to denote the same resistance, the external support, and the place to buy is right down there. Okay, after it has pulled back. So this way you are able to buy low and sell high. Just now in the momentum kind of a style of trading, you are buying high and selling higher. That's a different strategy altogether. But that one will get, once you get it, okay, it will shoot up almost immediately. This one may take time. So you got to be very, very careful. But I'll show you one, which is Heng Yuan, which actually, if you bought it at the right time, it just shot up almost instantly. And we shared this in our Telegram among our members, and I believe that you all went in and some into the warrants, and you made some very good, clean, handsome profit. But how did we do it? How did I do it? The answer is using this principle called the principle of resistance and support. So if we draw a horizontal line across, and the O high, the resistance, which is now the support, is at 1230. So I did key in and say, hey, if this stock goes to 1230, then consider buying. And I said that when it was right up there and at 17 ringgit. But guess what? Nobody expected it to go down to 12, and it did. It went to 1130 and bounced back up on the same morning. So, and just above 1230, wow, that is the place to buy because you're buying above support. And guess what? That day alone, it went up 1 ringgit 70 cents to 1430. And the next 2 days, okay, it's now consolidating. So what are my views? From technical analysis point of view, this is a technical rebound, and I see 1620 as the immediate resistance. So tomorrow, it's possible that it goes up. And if it does, I would say do a very quick buy and sell if you are an experienced trader, okay? And if you have bought earlier, I do not see it going right up to 1920 and break it for another new high. Not right now. So it is, according to the charts, expected to consolidate sideways after this hitting 1620 around that level, and then it should come back down again. So I think the best is over for this stock, and after you got out, time to move on to the next one. If otherwise you just hold on for a longer term investment. That is my technical view on Heng Yuan. Okay, nothing wrong with the fundamentals. It's still the same P ratio. The earnings per share is 3.11, $3.11. Actually, the PE is even cheaper at this price. Actually, there's no reason for it why when it come down to this price, except that the Jurong wants to push it down to this price momentarily and then push it back up as though nothing has happened.
See, I have a question. Say, Mr. Fred, why do you think Heng Yuan secure 1.7 billion credit line, but in Heng Yuan cash flow have cash around 890 million? Now Heng Yuan in consolidate mode again.
Yeah, so the fundamentals just doesn't align with the technicals. Yeah, I mean, the PE ratio at 3.5 is the cheapest in the whole of the KLSE. In fact, at 19 ringgit, the PE was at 6, is still reasonable. People were saying at 19 that it should go up to 30 ringgit because with the PE of 10. Okay, if you calculate a PE of 10 to Heng Yuan's $3.11, okay, 10 times $3.11 is 31 bucks. So it should be worth 31 at 19. So a lot of people use that justification to go in to buy, isn't it? And then they compared Heng Yuan that time to Nestle. Nestle is even PE even higher. So what's wrong with pegging Heng Yuan at a PE of 10? They say right now it's only PE of 6 at 1920. The PE was 6. So there you go. It doesn't make sense. So it shouldn't be falling according to PE ratio, but it did. And those people who caught at 19 because they expected 30, right now what are they going to do? Now it's back up to 14, and I would say at 16, you need to do something. Either you average it from the low and then now clear off everything at 16, or you just wait for the long haul. The long haul, I still can see going back up to the old high of 19 based on Elliott. But that is a long, maybe 6 months or more. So you got to hold on this for a while. The consolidation should be 6 months or more because this is a wave 4 correction. We just finished a wave 3. Those of you who know Elliott, okay, this is doing an A, B, C, D, E. And that's going to be quite long. So do you want to hold on to it? If you got a chance to let go, just in my opinion, technical opinion, to let go.
Okay, next stop.
That's a good question about the FA and the TA. So they don't align. This is the engulfing bullish or bullish engulfing pattern. And look at the volume shows a selling climax. And it hit key resistance and support area. And the rally, pull back 62%. So we have got 5 conditions met for a buy on dips. And that's what we teach in our class.
Yep.
That if you want to buy on dips, look for the 5 conditions to be met. So what are they? Will be explained actually in the class. So there you go. Heng Yuan, this is the CJ. All right. Now it hasn't hit 1620. If it does, it should be about 42 cents. Right now, there's still some leeway to go if you want to take the risk. But please TAYOR, trade at your own risk. Yeah. CH as well. When it hits 1620, you might get it to go to about 74, 75, 76, around there. Huan is another pullback buy. So it triggered a buy here based on a TAD buy, but it pulled back and then it rebounded. So we have an uptrend intact. We have a 50% FIBO, and we have a stochastics oversold and a bullish engulfing. So that calls for a re-enter further buy. For those of you who are in this stock or are interested in this stock, the next target should be about 90 cents. And stop loss, should the market reverses, would be below the long green candle. Victrox, beautiful stock. A lot of cash in the market. or rather in its company, sorry. And so therefore, fundamentally, it's a great stock. Now, technically, it pulled back towards the old low, which is the support, and makes a U-turn. So today, Vitrox did a very strong rally, and so is the CE. So this is a good stock to be just going into, but please understand that this is only a few lots. The volume is very low one. So do not trade this stock. You must buy and keep this stock. Yeah. Now, Padini is another good stock with net cash position. It's quite very strong, and so it is now trending. It's still trending. Now, Starbis over the weekend, last Saturday, came out with this long list of cash-rich companies, and so it listed a lot of companies that has a lot of cash. But we are look at it from a chart point of view. I mean, the company might have cash, but if the fund managers or the owners don't want to push it, what is the good of all the cash that it has? And the price is sideways or was still down. Okay, so they might have cash, which is very good, but they must be seen to be pushed up by Jurongs and by smart money, by their own owners as well, isn't it? Then we buy. So that's where technical analysis can come in and help to confirm that strong fundamentals that it's got. So it has got good fundamentals in the form of a net cash position, right? Like Genting, we like it. But when we look into the chart of Genting, it is also an uptrend. So what we are seeing is consistency, that there is a lot of cash, and the owners, the fund managers, they are also bullish on this stock. How do we know? They're pushing it up. So we go with the flow. We go with them. So Genting is one of them. Now there are about 40 stocks here. We only choose about 8. What are they? George Ken is that. Okay, we chose that already. Padini, we chose that already. Puhiba, I didn't choose that. Kerjaya, I didn't choose that. But there are also buy signals, technical buy. Batu Kawan, Petron, okay, this pulling back a little bit. Dutch Lady, Globetronics, okay, GHL System, Top Glove, and Vitrox. So we picked Top Glove and Vitrox. Also, we did pick Globetronics. So this is Globetronics. So we also picked this one. And if it goes above 706, it's a further buy. So this one has a net cash position, which is very strong, as well as the technicals are strong. But look at it. In 2016, it dropped like a ton of bricks from 614 down to below $3. Okay, what right has it got to drop? The dividend yield is 7%. So, and yet, if the fund managers want to sell, they'll sell. But now the fund managers want to buy. So we buy along with them. If they sell, we sell along with them. So we go with the flow. Okay, we swim with the tide. Okay, we trade with the trend. The trend is our friend. So these are the various philosophy we use to define our method. Dialogue is another good one with a lot of money. Yep. Okay, there you go, pom, all the way, and it's doing a flag breakout. These are the two targets. AirAsia, what a beautiful stock. Even today, when our Prime Minister, Dato Najib, right, gave in his opening speech, he named Top Glove and he named AirAsia, besides naming Petronas Gas, as 3 of the biggest companies in Malaysia, which it is proud to market or promote. And besides a long list of other companies like Sime Dargib, BIOI, and so on and so forth. So that's how great AirAsia is. And AirAsia at above 4 ringgit is a new historic high, and so it should continue to go higher. When we saw a buy on the 15th of December last year at 335, right now it's over 4 ringgit. Okay, today it went sideways because yesterday it went up like double-digit figures, but it should continue. What are the targets? Those are the targets, yeah, 442, 512, and there are even higher targets. So AirAsia is bullish, both from the fundamental and the technical viewpoint. And last but not least is Only World Group. Only World Group is a smallish firm, but involved in theme parks building, and very well managed. And you can see from the chart that it is a turnaround stock. It was dropping from the beginning of 2017 for the whole year until this year. and it started to make a U-turn, and it's a baby bull, baby bull. And a flag breakout here indicates that this is just beginning to run, and so you're buying here at quite a low risk area. And so this is one of the technically sound stocks as well as fundamentally sound as well. So our that system already triggered a buy on the 29th of December at 1 ringgit 22. And today I think it closed at 150 something. Yeah. Okay, so we have done quite a bit. So if there is any question, any stocks that you like us to pull out and comment, please type into the chat box.
Yeah. Okay, for those who are just joining us right now, I can see that many of you already start to have a lot of questions. So I'm going to go through bit by bit. I'm going to go from down there. I start to see a lot of people comment. So I'm going to go through one by one here. So let's see who is the luckiest one that we're going to pick today. Okay, while you guys are watching it right now, for those who are just joining us, go ahead and type on the chat box your stock's name and your entry price. That'll be great. So let's see who will be the lucky one that Seafood Fred can help you to do a comment. Okay, so let me have a look here. I saw just now there's one person right here, Taylor Law. All right, Taylor Law. Can Seafood advise on UMW, OG, PUC, M3 Tech, and Frontend? I think Mr. Fred going to choose one of it. So
Which one?
Taylor Law have a comment here, so we like to help Brother Taylor right here for your stock. So we're gonna begin maybe with the UMW OG.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I think many people continue asking about this question, so I think Sifu can give his point of view about UMW OG shortly. So okay, let me set up the system first. So guys, let your comment continue coming in first while we're setting up the system right now. So Taylor Law, UMW OG, you have to,
What else?
There's a
POC,
5.
PUC.
There's a PUC, so I think Sifu can choose 2 first and let the others for another stocks. So UMW OG, let me have a look here while our system is been setting up right now. It's doing some refresh. Okay, so let me have a look first. Guys, continue let your comment coming in right now. So Sifu is also ready with his chart right here. So let me have a look here. It's activated already.
It's a bit slow.
Yep. So we can check first.
And,
okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So let your question coming in. So we see a lot of people. Because there's any question coming in.
Yeah,
okay.
give us some thumbs up, man.
Yeah. So we have
tomorrow is gonna be another good day, you know. So get ready.
All right. Jose Hivia, Pete say KGB. Ivan say advice on Hivia.
KGB
please.
is very good, you know. The POC is good, you know. and
then,
UMW walk is actually just pulling back, and it's the selling is a bit stronger than normal, but it is still considered a turnaround stock.
Okay, Mr. Fred, you ready?
Okay,
let's begin with the UMW OG.
Let this station.
Okay, let me begin with UMW OG
Yeah,
first.
we start with UMW oil and gas. Yeah, okay. This stock broke out of a fantastic wedge in, you know, shot back up and then came back right down.
Okay, so all right, we are ready. Okay. Okay, so here we go. UMW OG. Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Let's have a look at that.
Notice that the TAD triggered a buy here. TAD already triggered a buy, and the price of UMW oil and gas rallied after it broke out of the downtrend line. So it's important for you to draw the trend line first, okay? This is the supply line. H2 connect to H3 and H4, right? That is a supply line or resistance line. For a stock to turn around, step number one, it has got to break the supply line, which is that. This is the first condition of a trend change. The second condition of a trend change is that it should also break a sideways here, which is H4, which it did. So from this point onward, you have got a new trend. Now, what is that new trend? Is it up or down? It will be up because, okay, that high is called H5 and that is H4. H5 is still higher than H4, even though the pullback to L6, L5 here is a very steep pullback. Notice it is still above L4. That is very important. Now, the theory of technical analysis, basic concept of trend tells us that a uptrend is defined as one where you have two consecutively higher highs. H2 is higher than H1, but when H2 pull back, the L2 must be higher than L1. Then you got an uptrend. So we have an uptrend. Even though it pulled back a lot, and in this case, it pulled back 62%. But 62% is ordinary retracement level. And at 62%, it stopped at the 50 EMA. It's supported by the moving average, the 50 moving average. So all indications, technical indications, okay, point to this still being an uptrend, but it has been sold off because of a fundamental report by a bank, okay, that is bearish, but it is discounted already by the market, because if it is still valid, this should go right down to the base here, to right at the bottom when the Jurong started to push. Notice that the funds, they sell all the way down back to where it started, but not below where it started. Otherwise, you'll be shooting itself in the foot. Ouch. I don't think they have pushed enough for them to exit this stock. So it is expected to continue this way. And with the oil prices going back up, and my target is expected to be 70, this stock should also go back up. In any case, all right, the stop for this is not hit yet. Can you see that there is no TAD sell signal at all? So that is our prognosis. This is my view, technical view of UMW walk, OG, and that is the whole.
Okay, that's for Brother Taylor. Next one, Sifu
Pak.
will have on the PUC.
PUC did a fantastic run up, but now it's triggered a sell. Okay, and so let's see. So now, right now, if you are a short-term trader, you would have sold. But if you're a long-term, even short, you have got a pullback here. What is happening is the stock is experiencing a correction, some profit taking by the funds who push it all the way from 14 cent to 35 cent, and now it is resting at a third to a third, 38% of its pullback. Okay, now there was a long candle here to show a selling climax, but it showed also on that day, which is on the 18th of January, there were a lot of orders changing hands from sellers to the buyers. The big funds are also in there to take over from the weaker hands that sold it to the stronger hands. And it is unlikely that the low of that day, which is 24.5 cents on the 18th of Jan, will be breached, because there was some huge buying there. Now, this is the same kind of pattern that I saw at Heng Yuan, and that caused us to call a buy all the way in. I mean, it came down on the 15-minute charts of a Heng Yuan to make a double bottom, but it did not go below the low of the hammer on huge volume, and you turn back up. That gave me that signal that the sellers, the bears, are not as strong, that the bulls are much stronger. And I was correct. Oh, did we go in? Pam! We did. Okay, because of that technical indicator there called a hammer. And this one is a hammer as well, on huge volume, resting at the 38% level. So still not too bad, this stock.
Okay.
Which is the other one?
Hope
I hope
help
you
you out,
are-
Brother Taylor. Yeah,
yeah,
we give you two stocks.
Brother Taylor.
Taylor Law, right?
Yeah.
So UNWOG and PUC. Hope that one help you out, Brother Taylor Law.
Right.
And give
Still
a
a good
comment.
stock.
Whether CC full comment help you out.
And
Okay.
any other stock? Otherwise, let's continue because I still got one more section, which is the general
Oh,
election.
yeah, go ahead, Mr.
Yeah,
Frank.
yeah, please.
So go ahead.
I didn't realize that actually I had prepared some slides, okay, to show you the whether or not, okay, which are the stocks that are being pushed up in this general election. What are the name of those stocks, and what is the tendency of the market before and after elections? I did some research on this, and I'd like to share with you all that the change in the CI before and after. Now, I start off with the 1986 election. I think some of you here were still very young that time, right? 86. We're talking about, donkey years, yeah? 30 years, 30 plus years. Now, notice here, a blue color one, which says means pre-election, and the pink color one shows post-election. So, in the 1986 election, this is 3 months before, there was a push. So, there was a pre-election rally before 3 months before the election day in 1986. And after the election, did the funds dump or they continue to push? The answer is they continue to push.
Interesting.
So they had a pre and a post election run in
Yeah.
1986. Now 1990, that's when Iraq invaded Kuwait, right? And Americans came in. That's 1990. Oh, it was down. Huh? Pre-election already down, but this is not due to the Iraq war. This was on October 1990, and the post-election a little bit up. So this pre-election is down. Now we are now in pre-election mode. So now, is our market going to go up or down? Are we going to behave like 1986 or 1990? So that is a $1 million question. But based on now, what the feeling that is that the sentiment in the market is, it is bullish. So let's see whether this bullish sentiment of ours can last. Now, I read somewhere that the current election will be held somewhere around May, around there. So we've really got 3 months before that election. So is this stretch going to be a pre-election rally? Let's hope so. So far, so good. So let's hope that it's going to be a 1986 kind of a thing. You know what I mean? And so buy all the way up, yeah? And the beauty is, the charts tells us that we are having a pre-election run or not. How? We use a simple moving average. If at all there is no pre-election run, prices of your stock should fall below the moving average. Did it? If it did, you better sell off those stocks. There are many stocks that are below the averages. Evergreen la, Mako la, Hevia la, all these cannot touch one. Don't think that in a bull market, all can touch. Some cannot touch. All right, so let's look at the other months, the other years. Hold on a sec, yeah?
Okay.
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 All right. Let's look at 1995 then. 1995, there was a pre and a post. So that's good. 1999, there is no pre, but the post was very strong. You know what? It led up to the Y2K year 2000 run, the dot-com rally before the bubble burst. 2004, this was when Pak La won the election, right, by landslide. I remember that very well. There was a pre-election rally. But immediately after his win, Pak La's win, the market was sold down, all right, viciously. And in our course, my course, I actually give you the exact setup that can help you, okay, to catch this falling knife by shorting it all the way down using stock index futures. I do share this with my students when they come to my class and there is a classic setup to make a lot of money, okay, and in a bear trend. So there was 2004. 2008 also was down before and down after. And 2013, okay, is up and up just a little bit. So what about this coming GE14? So will it be a pre-election rally or pre-election drop? Well, so far so good. So let us hope that it continue to be good. But we don't just hope. we look at the indicators. The indicators will tell us what the smart money they are doing from now until election. That are they continuing to push, or are they slowly throwing out? If they're throwing out, we will know through the charts. We don't need to look at the strength of the ringgit. We don't have to look at the oil price, because that is fundamental analysis. We only do that as an extra indicators. But really, just looking at price and volume is sufficient for us to know whether the Juroms are dumping or they are still pushing. Right now, they are pushing, and not all stocks, some of the stocks. And that's why you need to have a technique to be able to screen and filter out the noise and to filter the bad ones from the good ones. So let's look at the GE election 14 stocks, GE 14 play stocks. Supposedly they are supposed to be played. And this was when I did this in August 2017. And I said that there's no play. How I know? Because the whole of this is about 30 stocks there. Supposedly to be general election stocks. Only 2 are up. That time, that's August 2017. But now, in January 2018, just 2 days ago, I did a research on this. And I want to look at all these stocks and which ones are uptrend. You know how many I get? Now, here's what I get. Now, this is the election play. Now, Affin is up, Axiata is up, Bausted is up, Armada is up, CIMB is up, DSonic is up, Destiny is up, DRB is up, FGV is up, Genting is up. FGV is up, by the way. And you might say a lot of things bad about FGV, but the funds are pushing it up. So you better believe, okay, in the price, because that's where your money is. MRCB is up, MYEG is up, MyEG. I bet tomorrow it's ready for another push. It is inside our portfolio, but we didn't share it due to the lack of time. PCAM is up, and SIM is up, Tenaga is up, UEM is up, and UMS is up, and YTL. YTL is up. Oh, why? Because they got the high-speed rail. But look, high-speed rail was only yesterday's announcement. YTL went up like something like 3 weeks early. Last year it already went up. So the news is actually too late. Actually, it should be discounted by the market. So for all the other TED stocks that if you want to know which one is going to go up or go down, then in our portfolio, because we didn't give you the entire list of our portfolio, please join us. Do join us to be our TED member. And call Amy at 013-262-1218. Or check us out at the f1academy.com, and we'll be too glad to help you. All right. So back over to you. Is there anything that you like to share with us?
Our time is almost up right now. It's already more than 1 hour plus right here. So I'm very glad today that our market outlook is well explained by Sifu Fred. In fact, that actually we still want to actually take more of your questions. And again, for those actually just joining us right here, again, the announcement that we want to make for those who are staying in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah right here, the announcement that we want to make is that this week right here, we are going to be in Kota Kinabalu. For those who want to meet Sifu Fred Tam, is going to be live in Kota Kinabalu. Okay, we're going to be in the Kota Kinabalu on 27 until 29. So those who stay near Kota Kinabalu, you don't want to miss out these 3 days. Is a very powerful course that you learn step by step on how to pick the right stock. So this is F1 Total Stocks course right here. So for those who want to join this 27 to 29, you need to call this number 013-262-1218. And Miss Amy, that is next number that you need to call is Miss Cherry at 017-258-7783. And the next announcement that we want to make right here is we are going to be in Kuching, Sarawak. So for those who are staying nearby Kuching, don't miss out this chance right here to meet Sifu Fred Tam in Imperial Hotel, Kuching, Sarawak. We're going to be there at 9 a.m. until 1 p.m., 4 hours. The date is going to be 10 February, Saturday. So it's going to be happening in Imperial Hotel. So catch us at Malaysia Roadshow Stock Market. And inside this workshop right here, for those who join this program, you will learn 6 things with us right here. Number 1, Money Master the Game, the Guide for Financial Freedom, the 6 basic steps. The number 2 is the 6 basic step how rich people save money and invest. Number 3, build your money machine. Number 4, you learn how to get started in the stock market right here. For those who newbie, this program is perfect for you because we'll teach you the basic way, the basic step on how you actually can start it right. Now, number 5 right here, you don't want to miss out. For those in coaching on that day itself, on the 10th February, we will share with you what is the stocks to watch so that you can see it on the following Monday. And last but not least, right here, learn the secret of picking winning stocks. And for your information, right here, this course alone that we could charge you right here for 1,999 ringgit for all these wonderful courses, but it's okay. It's a wonderful gift for us right here. You can join this introductory course at a price of 50 ringgit only, and we will give you a special bonus if you sign up today. For those who sign up today, we want to give you this special bonus that would 1,888 ringgit for free. So that is a quick announcement for today. So once again, on behalf of F1 Academy and TED team, we would like to say thank you very much for joining our Market Outlook and Stocks to Watch. And once again, I'm Ezan Constantine.
And I'm Fred Tam.
Till then, we see you all again. Goodbye and good night.
We hope you make a lot of money tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
Get ready for tomorrow.
Okay, guys, thank you and goodbye.